That's a nice leg up there, but it takes 2 legs to walk.
It takes 2 legs to walk. So
No,
this is actually right now at approximately 39,000.
Biggs and Boggs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your future hand with Biggs and Boggs. I'm Marty Boggs.
And I'm Julian Biggs.
We got Spencer on sound and screens. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We really appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys are great. We love you. Like and share, comment, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into it. What are we up to today, and how can we plan for tomorrow? Julian.
Today, again, we are joining the conversation of crypto. Big week last week, big day Friday, massive pump into the weekend. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into a little bit of a market scope here right away, and we will get into the conversation and look at what is going to happen this week. Let's get into it. What I'm looking at right now is the US dollar chart. Okay, so right now we are looking at the Bitcoin versus US dollar chart on the weekly time frame. Got it zoomed out a bit today to the weekly, get a clearer image of what has been going on over the last year or so during this run-up. And in these ranges that we are seeing now. So what happened Friday? We had a 13% candle Friday alone and into this resistance zone, almost right through it. Really surprising to see. I was blown away. But what has happened at this line previously? So we've had this happen here, January 21, February of 21, again in May of 21, June of 21,
resistance,
and again in August. So 4 or 5 times we've made connection with this line over the last year or so, and again we are facing that same resistance now. So the question is, are we going to flip this into support as we have in previous months?
Is that the question? Because I'm telling you right now, the answer is no.
The answer is no. We will not. So
just mark my words.
Okay.
Look at that chart. That is go back to the weekly.
You want to go back to the weekly?
Go back to the weekly and look at that. That's a consolidation right there. That is a box. That is a range. We are trading sideways, folks. Right.
So
the trend is your friend.
The trend is your friend to the end. So we are trading sideways. Let's take a look at that, actually. So if we just draw a box around this quick box, you can see that my artist skills are pretty good. We'll just keep it going here.
Picasso.
We got a few scribbles here. But
Donatello.
Generally speaking, this has just traded sideways for a long, long time in this range. So the volatility that we're experiencing now is not...
it's perfect. It keeps us in the range.
It keeps us in the range.
That's reassurance that we're trading sideways.
It's reassurance.
And that also gives us reassurance that we're trading sideways in that range. So that probably means that we're going back up to the top of that range.
Top of that range, yeah.
But before we get to the top of that range, because obviously that is a year and a half that we were just looking at.
Yeah,
so let's zoom in.
Zoom in.
We zoomed out because when you're in doubt, zoom out. But let's go zooming in.
Well, yeah. When you're in doubt, zoom out. But we're going to zoom
over and over again.
We're going to zoom in. So zoomed in today. Now we're looking at the daily. We had that run up Friday. As we were talking, we smashed through the 20-day moving average with a huge move right almost to the bottom of the 50-day moving average. And now a couple of days here bouncing around underneath it. So the question is...
At the top of the range.
At the top of the range. The question is now, are we going to break out here right away Monday, Tuesday, or are we going to see a retest of lower numbers? And I believe that's what's going to happen. So maybe Monday, Tuesday, we can actually see a spike.
If that's a question, I'll answer it for you.
We can actually...
No.
I am asking. I do like the input.
Okay.
So, we could see another bounce off of this 50-day moving average. At least 40K. So again, in the last update, you heard me talking about this blue line, the 20-day moving average coming in at 40 and change. And we are again seeing that now. So
that's a nice leg up there, but it takes 2 legs to walk.
It takes 2 legs to walk. So this is actually right now at approximately $39,726.
It's 2021. There's a bunch of people out there that can walk with 1 leg. I'm aware of that.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm being an asshole now.
So I think we could actually potentially see another wick up to the 50 and then a retest of the 20. So we're going to get a little sandwich.
I want to disagree with you there.
See a little sandwich action.
I honestly think, because I think that I'm going to put it out there. I think we have reversed our trend going from our downtrend. I think that was the bottom. Circle it. I'll say it. Circle it. That was the bottom.
Weren't you waiting for 28K?
I was, of course I was, and I was wrong. Yeah. So that's the bottom. But I do think that we'll probably see a dump around, I don't know, probably the time you're watching this video, later tonight maybe, and then I think we're gonna continue the uptrend, but we're gonna see a dump before we go up.
Right.
That's Boggs.
Dump How hard?
It's not going to be huge. We're going to stay in the range.
Just a small dump?
I think, yeah.
Small dump.
Yeah, like two wipes tops.
So I think a retest of 40K is very likely before we get moving to the upside. And, we'll find out. But definitely we're looking at this 32 wick or 33K wick as being the bottom there. I do not see it going back down after this massive run up. You can see that's almost shaped like a J there. Pretty cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, so...
the cup and J handle.
The cup and J handle. So I don't know if we need the charts anymore. Things are looking good, but we want to stay above the 40K range now. We got that 20-day moving average coming in at 40K, so we're hoping to flip that into support and get moving through the 50 there. So we'll keep you updated on that as the week progresses here, but that's pretty good for now.
All right, so a
what
lot
else
of
do we
people
got?
think, well, I mean, the only thing that matters is this week. Obviously, people will be tuning in next week to find out what's happening then. So let's talk about what's going to happen this week. Like we just said, probably going to go back down. So we just saw a 13% Friday in the green.
There's a good chance it's going to go up and down
There's
this
a
week.
good chance it's going to go back down. Because when you make a big run like that, we were just talking about dopamine and all that sort of when you have too much dopamine, you're going to go back down. You're going to crash. There's going to be a crash. But like I said before, I think we're probably seeing a trend reversal here. So I do believe that we will be starting to trend up. But of course, with an uptrend, you have drops. All we want to make sure is that our next low that we put in is higher than our last low. Then we're all good. And if you're trading out there, don't to wait. That's what you're waiting for. If you're trading right now, if you're a trader, that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting to see the next low. You want to see, you're watching your momentum waves, you're watching your RSIs, you're waiting for your next low. And if that next low is higher than our previous low with less momentum to the downside and more momentum to the upside, boom, that's your trade signal right there. You're putting in your life savings in a long. This is not financial advice.
Don't remortgage the house. No, this is definitely not financial advice. We are heavily invested in, definitely invested in the crypto market, definitely invested in the crypto space. And I did not sell anything through any of those dumps. And, in hindsight, I would have taken more profits before the end of the year. I do skim it in and out and take profits, but I would have taken more before the end of the year. But
well, we were dollar cost averaging in on our way down.
Oh, with Bitcoin always, but I mean, even just some of my other altcoin positions, like I held on to some gaming tokens and some meta tokens that I should have, waited for lower. I should have exited and waited for lower numbers, but it didn't happen. So, anyways, I'm not worried. The market's turning around, so I hope you guys
just don't sell low.
You don't sell low. I hope you guys bought some more. That's the thing. So if you bought at the top, if you were buying in December. You probably bought some high prices, so I hope you bought at these lower prices now to bring your entry cost down.
Yeah, don't sell low, sell high.
Never sell low. I know that one of my friends that I got into crypto definitely sold low.
No way.
He did. Oh yeah, for sure.
I've done it.
So he sold low. and then he was looking at the small amount left back in there before last week happened, and he's like, "Oh, what the hell is what?" Yeah, you're supposed to buy more when it goes low, not sell your position.
See, that's how it happens though when you first get in. I definitely have sold low and bought high plenty of times, but now I'm starting to figure out that you're supposed to do it the other way around.
I took it, and I took a pretty bad loss. Like I didn't believe it was going to drop below that $40,000 mark there, 39.5 or whatever, and we got crushed there, and I had a pretty bad trade, but that's just the way she goes in crypto sometimes. But I bought more at 34K, and now I'm feeling pretty good. So
exactly. Every time you see the big dips, that's when you don't trip, you buy the dip.
You don't trip, you buy the dip. That's right. Yeah.
Whenever you see it going down, that's an opportunity to add to your bag. You're not worried about that number because it doesn't financially affect you, right? You're playing with more.
Don't put your bill money.
Well, exactly, right? You of course, you always have your money that you're paying the bills with, that you're circulating in this circle over here. And then your investments are something completely different that you are waiting to grow over time. And how you do that is by playing it right? So buy low, sell high is what they say.
Well, you could take 2 days a week off Tim Hortons and put that into crypto.
Oh my God. Okay. See, that's a huge thing that we're not getting into that on this episode because I could talk for a long time about that. Always, you guys follow Your Future Hand on Twitter. I retweeted a tweet from CZ Binance. And let's see if I can bring it up here. Did you see that tweet? Did you see it?
Tweet.
Did you see it?
No.
You didn't see it?
I got to Twitter more.
Oh my god!
I got to
You gotta
tweet
Twitter more, dude.
Guys telling me I need more social media in my life.
Well, I mean, it helps. So it says, the tweet says, what did you read? Oh, it's a promoted tweet. Okay, there it is. Spend less than you earn. Learn to invest the difference. Wealth follows. So stop spending your money on Tim Hortons. Stop spending your money on McDonald's. Stop spending your money on all that other crap that you don't need, but you just say you need because, oh man, don't talk to me before I've had my coffee because I'm a dick.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
buy
just
Bitcoin.
don't be a dick.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Buy some Bitcoin, and then you'll be happier in the future because you have a little bit of wealth.
Exactly. That's a much better way to get
You might have a glass of water in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I drink. Water.
Water. Yeah. Hey,
what's in here? Water.
and that's what gets the organs going.
Here's my reserve right here.
In the morning too, you know. Yeah.
I'm high on life.
You're fucking high, all right.
But anyways, if you're looking at the charts, there's a good chance that we're going to be going a little bit down after this. But if you look at previous runs where we've turned around from a downtrend, it tends to be quite quick. So don't look away. Today is Sunday. Maybe you're watching this on Monday. I think that the United States is going to probably pump Bitcoin come market open Monday morning, just because that was a nice Friday close, and we're seeing nothing on the weekend.
So,
we're seeing nothing on the weekend.
So the same as the way these like we talk about the Y-off accumulation periods.
Exactly.
The distribution periods are the same. So if the accumulation phase has 1, 2, 3 lows, then the distribution phases have 1, 2, 3 highs. So a markup phase or a distribution phase is when investors will start to pump the price of the market up as they distribute their coins back to the new buyers, right? So if this is the case, where this is the first part of a markup phase, then we would potentially see 3 highs out of this. So Marty could be very right in that you know, maybe Monday open and the market comes along and this thing pumps to a second high right away, which would be great to see. I didn't talk about the previous resistance line that I have drawn on my chart. I know nobody's been talking about that one. It was one made from the before the all-time high. We spent a little time on this line before we hit $69,000, and maybe I'll do that.
It's considered a spider line.
Yeah,
it's going through.
Exactly, and I believe that's another resistance line that we're going to face. And you know, it's kind of at a price.
What have you got it at right now? It's like just go up on a like somewhat of.
So if it did start pumping there in the next if it started pumping there in the next couple of days, it comes in around 45,000. But I think that mark for me is about 44.8, probably 44,000.
Yeah, exactly. The longer we go sideways, the longer it's gonna. The lower it's gonna be because it's a downtrend line.
And that would be the next point where we'd need a major breakout. It's the last part. We had we had that major breakout from 44.8.
Right,
September or whatever it was.
So we'll probably see a little bit of a leg down, hopefully hop back out of this range and then hit that range again as support, and then we'll come into contact with that line.
Yeah.
And then if we see that line break, then that's when we can sort of potentially see some parabolic moves.
And then we'd have some, you know.
And if you haven't been in crypto during a parabolic move, it will cancel your subscription to Viagra. You will not need anything else.
Good morning.
You will not need anything else in your life when you see something like that. And it's ridiculous, but we try not to let this affect us emotionally, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard to admit. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wake up happy when I see a 15 or 20% gain in my investment portfolio.
Yeah. So 15% came just on Friday alone. That was Bitcoin. So if you were invested in any other cryptocurrencies, you probably since then have had about a 15 to 30% gain, because all of these other coins, because they have smaller market caps, they move. They move with more volatility, right? So and again, metaverse and gaming, the two top projects, Decentraland and Mana, since the bottom when Bitcoin hit 33K. They've almost had 100% gains since that time also. So, Meta gaming, do some research, do some
Let us know what you think. Is this a trend reversal?
Drop some comments.
Are we on our way up?
Did you buy the dip? Did you buy more?
Dip?
Did you add to your bags?
Or did you trip?
Or did you trip and sell your bags?
Oh, I know people that did.
Hey,
Don't trip by the dip.
don't trip by the dip.
All right, Biggs and Boggs out. Peace.
Biggs and Boggs.